Hi folks, today I have for us a video from Miss Chrissy Prissy, where she decides to go downtown for some records requests, plays victim, and spews some nonsense. But before we start today's video, as always, a big thank you to all of my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. And a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Aura. With everyone online more and more, you need to keep your personal information safe. This is where Aura can help. Aura is an online security for your personal information and your data. Aura offers peace of mind with 24-hour data monitoring. They also remove your data from data brokers, provide 24-hour credit monitoring. They remove your information off the dark web. Aura even makes sure data thieves can't get your data. And they are out there trying to find it.
And I'll find you.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Won't.
Aura is offering you a free 2-week trial by clicking my link, aura.com/NCR, and you can cancel at any time. That's aura.com/NCR, or scan the QR code on the screen, or click the link in the description box. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring today's video, and with all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Chris Eric,
Chris Harris. E-R-E-S.
E-R-E-S?
Yeah.
S.
Yeah, we spoke last week.
I remember. I remember.
How can I help you?
After we spoke, you wanted to know specifically the dates that I had up to, what dates I had.
Well, specifically, what exactly were you looking for? If she already provided you that information, I would be searching the same, and you said you didn't need that.
No, we did run around in some circles with this though. I needed, I want all the records relating to the law library.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to have to write this down or give me an email, because I need to put this in a records request.
Okay.
A few minutes later.
I need all records relating to law library. I'm getting, did you search that stuff yourself? You didn't pull anything up for me.
No, you requested that. You just left and you didn't say. You said it wouldn't be enough time because you had a hearing.
Wouldn't be enough time for what?
Your hearing. You said you needed it within...
Oh, and it was going to take you weeks or something.
Correct. It was going to take me a while to go ahead and do that research.
Right. And then all of a sudden, some weird, funky stuff showed up. You want to know the exact dates that I had.
For those who are new or just confused about what's going on in the saga, which is the Miss Chrissy channel, well, I'll start off with the basics. She was trespassed last year from the Ruth Eckerd Hall Amphitheater, the Sound at Coachman Park. While trying to fight that case, she went to the law library and was trespassed from there. The judge issued out an order trespassing her. She was arrested. She fought it, came back, and got trespassed yet again for violating the rules and policies there. Not to mention, she's pushed her luck with the same issues at the Clearwater Public Library. She's come to this conclusion that there's a grand conspiracy out there plotting against her to deprive her of her rights, that Ruth Eckerd Hall, a nonprofit organization, is trying to steal money and hack into people's devices at the amphitheater. With no proof other than her own ramblings and conspiracy theories. Yeah, I think you're caught up now.
And then all of a sudden, some weird, funky records came up with the judge, and I'm concerned it's related.
I'm not sure what happened at your hearing, what it was for, so whatever.
I was acquitted. I was arrested at the law library, falsely arrested. While studying at the law library, you have the right to do it. The judge is trying to take over the law library. It's not part of the court system. He has no jurisdiction there. He has no right, and he's writing administrative orders to keep me out.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know what happened at the hearing.
Well,
so
that
I'm not sure what
I
was
just told you
presented.
what
That's
happened.
fine.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
We had a trial,
That's
and
fine.
at the trial, yes, it is fine. I was acquitted. So I just told you what happened.
Okay, well, I wasn't there, so I don't know what was presented or anything like that, because you said some goofy documents came out or something like that, so I'm not sure what you're talking about as far as what was presented.
It actually wasn't presented during that time, but it came out. These documents were meant to back up the false arrest.
Right.
Okay,
Didn't work out that way for them.
okay.
But, you know, it's a court case, so you should be able to look it up, right?
No, we don't have access to judicial records.
Pinellas clerk.
Pinellas clerk, the civil division would have any civil case information,
It's criminal when someone arrests
and
you.
it would be a criminal case. So you-
I am aware of this, but see, they're public
Okay, but
records.
we don't
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na
Shenanigans.
na 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 na.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks. Because, yes, even though court records are public records that can be accessed under the Sunshine Act, she's not understanding that that would fall under a different division. You see, if all of the civil cases and criminal cases and county records were all in one area, the processing time to get somebody their public records requests filled out would take longer than expected. It could take weeks, months, maybe even years to go through all the files. That's why a lot of counties and courts have it separate, where if you need a criminal case or a civil case, you would go to the county, the clerk of court's office, I'm sorry. But if you needed something related to the county, like the roadway reports, the financial reports, you know, stuff like that, you would go to the county clerk's office. It makes it a lot easier for people to get the requests they need and the records done even faster.
have those records here.
I know that.
Okay.
I'm not here for that.
Okay.
I am concerned, though, that with the specificity that you asked for, exactly what I had as far as the records go, and then the time and all that, because it was going to take you an endless period of time to look stuff up, really. How that then correlated to these fraudulent documents that came out. Like, it was it felt like, wow, did he ask because they needed to know if I already had docs during this time frame, and does this fraud correlate with it?
Are you like a crazy person?
You know what I mean?
Not necessarily. I was asking so we can go ahead and narrow our search. It has nothing to do with your case. I don't even know you had a pending case until you mentioned it.
Which meant that you knew because I mentioned it.
No, I didn't provide any paperwork. Nobody else asked for a request besides yourself.
Now, you heard it from him. He didn't know anything about a case until she told him. But yet she believes he already knows about this case and all of her other cases because he's a part of this conspiracy. Chrissy believes that the police are hacking into her phone and trying to get her personal information. She believes that Ruth Eckerd Hall are posting up devices to hack into patrons' devices to monitor them and steal their personal data. She believes that the courts and the Ruth Eckerd Hall are plotting against her to put her in jail. I am legit concerned for her. I wish that if somebody who is related to her or is a friend of hers could reach out to her and say, "Are you okay?" Because this behavior is highly concerning. I'm not trying to make fun of this woman. If she is believing that this massive conspiracy is going on, I think she needs help.
And after you said that it would take too long and you walked out of here.
Right, well, because the lady, Dosha, is that how you say her name?
Sir.
Really nice. Just pulled it up and gave me the documents right then. So I assume that you would have done the same thing, but you were saying, nah, it's going to take a couple weeks.
It'll take a while.
How come it
Correct.
takes her like 5 minutes? And
Well, I did speak to her, and she said she was lucky she even got a hit off that because she was doing a little bit of research, but I'd have to go ahead and take a look. You said you didn't want the same documentation that she provided you, so I would still have to.
I didn't need that. I needed what else had been presented, but or what else had been filed.
Okay.
Okay.
If I'm worried about documents being altered and hidden in this case.
Okay.
Talk to me about that as far as the
I
records.
have no information on that, whatever's in the record, and we're able to go ahead and get a hit on it of what you're looking for. We don't alter the
How
documents.
vulnerable
We
is your
just-
system?
Now, that's a very odd question to ask. It's like you're trying to find some layer of truth in your conspiracy. You think that everyone's, trying to hack in to plot against you or remove the records to prove you wrong. If you're that concerned, perhaps you should just go off the grid, live like the Amish.
I don't know, you'd have to speak to technology on that.
Who handles tech?
What is it? I think it's BIS.
I'm sorry?
I think it's BIS, Business Information Services. It's a
Are
county.
they-
It's a county entity, county department. Has nothing to do with the clerk.
Where are they located?
Oh, I don't know. I can go ahead and get you that information.
Are they in the blue building?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to check it out. I don't know exactly where they're located.
Okay. So all you need from me is my email address and your ERES is your last name?
That is correct. Yeah.
Yes. How do you pronounce that?
Eris.
Eris. And tell me your first name again.
Chris.
Chris. I should be able to remember that. Hardest name for me to remember on other people. Isn't that weird? What? You think it'd be the easiest. Apparently it's so easy it just slips my mind all the time. All right, so when can I expect here? Let me write the date. What is the date? 16th, right?
Today's the 16th, correct.
6/16/25.
So we'll go ahead and put it in our records request system, and we'll go ahead and do some research and see what we gather together.
And how long do you think that'll take?
I'm not sure. It all depends. I'll go ahead and ask Dosha to go ahead and assist me in doing some research as well.
I want everything. I want the minutia of stupid stuff, and I want the big stuff. I think it's all on the same level, really.
Come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
Well, as explained, we're going to go ahead and do keywords and try to get targets so we can do some whatever is related to the law library.
Yep, great. And
So
it,
that's what we're going to try, and you'll get the documents.
okay. Where would I find more expansive document? You are with the county commissioner's office, so the only thing that you would have are commissioner meetings. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So where would I find more expansive documents on that?
On what, county commission meetings? I'm not quite getting what you're...
No, on the law library.
You got me. I'm not sure exactly.
Well, I would say off the top of my head, maybe looking up online on the law library's website, which they do have one. You could probably even petition the courthouse by going to the clerk of court's office and, talking to them instead of just going to some random office who apparently just works for the county commissioner's office when it comes to their records and just, wasting everybody's time. You don't want to give specific information to them, and then when they finally get the specific information, you accuse them or assume that they're plotting to, undermine your hard work. I mean, you're coming off very tinfoil hat-like.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate your time. Have a good day.
Thank you as well.
And this is where the video ends. It does continue for a few more seconds of her walking out with some background noise, but clearly this is even further proof that she has main character syndrome, that she's a part of some grand conspiracy that everyone's plotting against her to violate her rights, to help Ruth Eckerd Hall steal money, and that the cops are stealing people's personal data and information. This is the best case scenario of main character syndrome that I've ever seen. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel and the podcast. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I will see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without all of your support, I could keep the channel going with it. And I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never thank you enough. You guys rock.